Hey, what's up everyone? Shane here with ROA Off-Road.
And I am Cyntia with ROA Off-Road, and today we're going to show you and give you a full review of this Pause model. We just came back from a Roamer adventure. That's a trip that we take with some of the people that buy RVs from us. We call them roamers, and so we take them on a Roamer adventure down south. This time we went to Moab, and we spent 4 days there using the Pause model that we're going to show you today. So we have some opinions and some little things that we want to mention after our experience.
Now, have you camped in this trailer before?
No, it's my first time camping in this RV. So
You've camped in RVs though?
I have many.
I mean, I would say months of camping, right?
I don't even know how many.
I've lived in campers, so I for sure got years in campers, but for sure together, you know, between all the weekends and week trips, we've taken maybe over a year that you and I have.
If you put it together, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah, so it's not that you don't have experience with camping or trailers, it's just this one was the very first time. And we were down there for what, 4 days in Moab?
4 days.
We started out in a campground.
Yes, so we met up in a campground in downtown Moab. We refueled and we just got ready. And then we took all of our campers, trucks, everything, everybody, the whole team and all of our roamers, we went to an off-grid campground, which is what most people really want to do.
Yeah, so we did spend time off-grid. Once again, we didn't need to. We went to a campground as well. This trailer, it's comfortable, right? Don't you think?
Very comfortable. It was my favorite thing. You could sleep like a baby in that huge king-size bed.
Yes, we are a huge fan of the bed. I can talk more about the bed. I did do some stuff to make it a little bit more comfortable. I'm a, what do you call me? A bed
snob.
A bed snob? Yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. I mean, shoes and beds are really important things, I believe. And so I think a good night's sleep is really important. And I hate it when manufacturers put a full-size bed in a trailer that they could put a queen-size bed in. Like, I'm not against queen-size beds.
No.
Queen-size beds are fine. Or king-size beds are amazing, right?
Yeah.
To me, it's just about being comfortable and sleeping well, because otherwise, why not just keep a tent and sleep on the ground if you're not going to have a comfortable night's sleep in a nice bed?
Yeah, no.
I mean, there's a lot of other benefits of a trailer, right, besides the bed?
I mean, yeah, now that you mentioned the tents, one of the nights was really windy, and all I was thinking was, poor people in these tents, like they probably got flown away.
Yeah, blown away,
Yeah.
right? Something like,
Flown away, I don't know.
yeah, they were flying
Real windy.
somewhere off a cliff into the Colorado River, unfortunately. Yeah, so not us. We had a great time. This is actually the Pause 19.4 reboot. So that's the model that we're going to be walking around and reviewing. I haven't camped in this model year. This is technically a 25-26 model year. So it's brand new. There's a lot of little updates that you may not know or see at first glance. I've camped in the very first 19.4. That was practically a prototype, and it had a queen size bed, and I didn't do it with you. I was out with the camera guys filming it and using it at that time. So this is a new experience for me as far as the king size bed in a brand new model year. So definitely want to go through it, give our review, what we loved, maybe what we didn't love. Was there anything you didn't love?
I have to think hard of it, but no, overall, I mean, we were on the go.
Yeah.
We were busy. We were having a lot of fun with our roamers, doing a lot of things, but the mornings and the nights were amazing.
Yeah.
We woke up, had breakfast, cooked, and left.
Yeah.
And then at night, then we came back and, you know, just slept, did our own thing. So no, I didn't hate anything.
There's one thing that I can think of, but yeah. Should we dive into this?
We could, yeah, let's go. Now I'm thinking of something I didn't like, but I have to think really hard.
Okay, let's go. Well, the first thing that I want to talk about is this outside kitchen. We'll also talk about the inside kitchen. Now, a lot of people, I don't know, it's kind of silly and annoying sometimes, but a lot of people will get on me comments and it's like, why do you need 2 kitchens? What a waste. Like, you don't need an inside kitchen and an outside kitchen. And I 100% disagree. I love the outside kitchen. Well, people will say, well, then you only need an outside kitchen and not an inside kitchen. Or you only need an inside and not an outside. And I'm like, you know what? I love the outside kitchen. There's nothing like grilling outside in nature early in the morning. I wake up earlier. If I were to cook something good, what do I cook good?
Breakfast.
Yes.
He's a king.
I'm the breakfast master. If you watch any of our videos, I only cook eggs in the videos. I don't actually cook anything but breakfast usually. So I love cooking breakfast, and I wake up earlier. So it makes sense for me. Courtney is our daughter, and she's still inside sleeping. Am I really going to wake everybody up and start cooking breakfast? No, I come out here and I start cooking breakfast. And usually we're feeding more people because we always bring our camera guys on all of our adventures. And so
family members.
Or family members. Yeah. And so we're usually cooking for multiple people besides just us, right? So I usually come out and I use the outside kitchen. And this outside kitchen is awesome. I'll tell you, one of the things that I love is this fridge.
Yeah.
I had all my drinks. It's just like when you wake up, you want to like sneak out of the trailer and not wake everybody up, so that they can rest. Because trust me, she's grumpy when she doesn't get her beauty sleep. Same with our little daughter. And yeah, so I want
beauty sleep.
Yeah, exactly, right? So I like my drinks out here, my waters, you know, and other stuff, miscellaneous goods, my protein shake. So I come out here and I'm able to get my stuff without opening the fridge and just waking everybody up, right? So
even like when we're traveling, like when we're on the road, it's nice to just grab them from here.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Without having to move the steps and all that.
Yeah, because normally you're opening the door, dropping the steps, going into the fridge. I just like run back here and I'm like, whoop, and I just open it.
Yeah.
Grab my drink and then run back.
Convenient.
So when we were prepping up for this trip, we did that packing video. If you didn't see that video, you should go down below. We'll have a link to it. It came out last Sunday and you can see how we packed this trailer. It's been almost 2 weeks since we got back from Moab. So this is kind of our post review, right? And so we've cleaned it all out, but I had everything packed perfectly. I was so excited to use this kitchen. I had the grill, I had I forgot to take in paper towels. I left them in here. Anyway, I had everything ready to go. I was so excited to cook. And Moab, unfortunately,
was windy, very, very windy.
Like during the day it was perfect. And then it's just like,
it got windy.
Got crazy. And so
I mean, that's one of the things about Moab. It's windy. You know, that's how the arches are formed.
Yeah, they call it the Windy City, don't they?
No.
Is that Chicago? I'm just kidding. So we just ended up not cooking outside a single time, which was unfortunate. But guess what? Unlike some people's opinions, 2 kitchens is pretty rad.
It is really cool to have 2 kitchens.
What ended up happening for us?
I ended up using the kitchen inside twice, actually.
For breakfast.
And the potluck,
In Moab, in our adventure, a lot of times we're out on the trails, and so we're packing lunches. But the inside kitchen got used for every meal.
Yeah.
Packing lunches, making breakfast, dinner. I 100% disagree with people that say you don't need an inside kitchen or an outside kitchen. To me, I think having both is...
It has its benefits.
It's incredible.
Yeah. I agree. Like having the outdoor kitchen is a lot of fun. And normally I will make dinner outside. And it's just fun because you're hanging out with everybody.
Yeah. Like it's not fun. Like if you're out camping and you're with a group of people and they're out by the fire or the picnic table and you're inside by yourself cooking dinner, that's lame. So it's nice to open this up and be a part of the community and enjoying yourself.
What are you cooking?
Yeah. Otherwise they walk up, oh, what is this, right? And it's fun and you're engaging.
Yeah.
So no, outside kitchen's amazing on a terrible windy day.
Or rainy.
Or rainy. Or snowy, whenever or wherever. If it's too cold, if it's too hot, you go inside and you got that beautiful kitchen. So should we head inside and talk about the kitchen?
Let's go. All right, so this is the indoor kitchen. And I actually used this whole kitchen during our Moab trip. The burners were incredible. I mean,
they cooked fast.
Yeah. I mean, there's an igniter in here, so it was really nice not to have to look for anything extra to start the kitchen. Big burner in the middle, make it for a big pan, just fine, because we were feeding a lot of people. I used this at dinner, breakfast. We used it a lot, and then there was enough room here to put everything else. I also used the table, of course. And I use this guy as well to do dishes.
It's pretty deep, right?
It is deep. I love these because it's nice that when you're cooking, you can just use this whole counter space. And I had a lot of things laying around while I was cooking. And then when it was time to do dishes, it was fine. My pan was actually pretty big and it fit in here. Fill up the water in there and just like rinse off everything, cleaned it. And these work really, really, really nicely, you know, pretty big. In fact, I think one morning we just had to leave everything in here that was dirty and we just left and then we came back. Sorry if that is gross to you, but we did that. So it stayed in there. Yep, pretty deep, good pressure. That was great. The storage was fine too.
Yeah, so speaking of the windy day, That was Sunday, right? Sunday morning?
Yeah.
I mean, we had this mostly made into a bed the entire time we were out, but we made it into the table. And how many people did we have come in for breakfast on that day?
We had Jordan, Jax, Courtney, Caroline.
You and I.
Yep.
So 6 people. We had 6 people in this trailer. Jax and Jordan fit both here just fine. Caroline, Courtney, and I sat on this side. Another thing that I want to point out is like, sometimes like some trailers, like off-grid, off-road trailers, when she's like doing her cooking, like you can't actually walk by. And as you can see, like we had no issues moving back and forth in between, like while she's cooking, I didn't interrupt her cooking, or she didn't have to like move down the aisleway. So as far as comfort goes,
it was really nice. You can walk around freely from the door here and in the bathroom.
oh yeah, the bathroom. Let's get to the bathroom in a second. I want to stick a little bit on this kitchen, because people that always are saying like you don't need an inside kitchen, I think it's ludicrous. I think both of them makes for an incredible experience.
Yeah.
And on that windy morning, it would have been miserable if I had to go out and cook outside.
Yeah.
Get sandblasted.
This is pros and cons, and I think it's just weather.
But they have their pros and cons, but when one is a con, the other one's a pro. And one's a
Yeah.
pro, the other one's a con, right? So it's kind of like when you have both, there are no pros and cons, because you can shift, it mitigates the cons, right? And the pros become, you know, the inside kitchen. And when it's nice and beautiful outside and you want to be a part of the community, then the pros outside, right?
Yeah, I can even picture people that are just in like big campgrounds. They're cooking outside. That's just easy to meet other, you know, campers out there.
Yeah,
so,
it really is. Like,
you know.
I think one of the cool things about camping in general and the RV community is most people do want to like socialize and meet you, and some people don't. But the outside kitchen creates that community feel, right?
But if you don't, then you
just come inside.
You're like, I'm done socializing.
Yeah, exactly. So inside kitchen, how many points you give it out of 10?
Oh, this one specifically? 10 points.
Oh, 10 points for sure.
We used it the entire time.
Yeah.
So I was so grateful we brought these.
The stove
these
is,
RV.
Yeah, the stove is awesome. The oven down here is also amazing. Yeah. So it's an oven. It actually cooks like a standard oven, convection oven. So you can bake in it. It's duals as also a microwave. Mm-hmm. I personally use the microwave a lot just because sometimes I just want to heat something up really quick, you know, 30 seconds, boom, it's in there and done. I think I stopped at the gas station and threw something in there. Tons and tons of storage, right? Don't you feel like more storage than you even needed?
Yes. I mean, it was a short trip, you know, 4 days.
Yeah, but we're also feeding 6
a lot of people. So yes, I mean, if it was just our family, it would have been less food, but we were packing for Jordan and Jax and Caroline.
Jordan's like 2 people, so it's like 7 people. It wasn't a fat joke. He's actually quite skinny. He can pound down the food,
He can
right?
eat, yeah.
Yeah, so definitely we fed like 7 people. Plus we did the potluck, right? So you packed for like 20 people for the potluck.
That's why I mentioned that this burner, like the middle one, was excellent, because I had a big pan to just cook everything at once. And it was just so nice to be able to fit a big pan here.
And then also we have the power outlets. We were charging stuff right up here as well. So that was nice to have. Mm-hmm. I think Courtney charged her tablet there. Yeah. And the storage, what about the storage?
The storage was amazing. I didn't use all of it, to be honest with you. I didn't know what else to pack. I mean, I had a lot of food, but still there was empty space. Like, I was just stuffing things just so they don't slide away while driving. But overall, you could easily organize these in a way where you can pack so much stuff in here.
So do you want to talk about the thing that you hate about the trailer yet, or should we wait to the end?
Let's wait to the end.
Yeah, let's keep on focusing on the things that we like, and then we'll talk about the things that we didn't like.
Awesome.
If this is your first time watching one of our videos, welcome. I've been known to say the reason why you buy a trailer is for a comfortable bed and a bathroom. That's really the main reasons, right? Because it's not to go camping, because you can go camping in tents. You can go camping on air mattresses, right? Like, you don't need a trailer to go camping. If you want to be out in nature and you enjoy that, you're going to find a way out no matter what. Yeah. So when it comes to a trailer, sometimes manufacturers just totally fail on their beds. It drives me crazy. And then also, their bathrooms sometimes are not super good. Now, let's talk about this bathroom. So let's walk into the bathroom so we can show it off a little bit. So I'm coming back into the bathroom, and wait, you're coming into the bathroom too at the same time?
Yes.
Wow. The cool thing is, like, I could literally sit down and use the toilet while you're like getting ready if I needed to.
I love this shower and this bathroom. This is another important reason. When you have kids, sometimes they need help, right? Showering and whatnot. And Courtney's pretty big already, but she's not tall enough, of course.
To reach.
So it was really nice to be able to be here and help her. So
this is a wand, and so you can turn it on and off.
Yeah.
And it has a pretty good flow on it.
Yeah.
So once the water gets to a hot temperature, you can just turn it on and off constantly, just to preserve water.
Right.
Now, I took a shower every single night. You took a shower a couple times, not as much, but we were clean the entire trip.
Tired too.
65 gallons of water.
Oh, that was great.
Did
we
we
all
run
took
out?
showers. No,
Yeah,
no,
we never ran out.
no, yeah.
Using the toilet, never filled up the toilet.
I did dishes.
Did dishes.
Big pans.
Yep.
Yeah.
And took showers every night and never had any issues. Now, one of the things that I will say, the first time I saw the trailer, I thought the shower was a little bit small. I kind of recall showering in the shower when we did that very first tour. That was almost a year or two ago. I showered in it every single night on our trip. And it's surprisingly spacious. Like, it's way more spacious than I realized. When I put the curtain, you know, I just kind of like made sure it was inside because I was worried about water splashing out because that happens a lot of times in small trailers. And I didn't actually have any water coming out, but I was actually really surprised in how comfortable the space was. We may have mentioned that I'm 5'2" and you're 4'11". Like, we're very small, you know? Actually, really not.
He's being sarcastic.
I weigh like 230 or 240. Yeah, anyways, 6 feet tall. So I'm not super small, right? And I felt very comfortable in here, right?
Yep. It
And
was great.
at one
Big
point,
space.
Courtney had her cousin friend, and at one point she walked into the bathroom. Nobody was on the toilet or in shower at the time, but we were all getting ready for bed, and she came in because we were all in here, and she's like, "Oh, can I come in?" And she walked in. We're like, "Get out of here!" What
She had FOMO.
Yeah,
she was
yeah.
Missing out on
She
the
was
fun.
missing out. So this bathroom is massive. Storage.
It is massive. These guys, I don't know, they just triplify your space.
Yeah, it goes all the way down the entire shower, right? So it's super deep.
I think these two storage spaces are enough to make it so you can full time.
Yeah.
That's my thought.
Oh, for sure.
You know, because like the other ones are comfortable, there's a lot of room, but these ones you can just put so much stuff that maybe you're not using the entire time, but you just want to keep it in your RV just in case.
Backup stuff.
Torch it here and then bring it out whenever you need it.
You could almost put winter coats in there, right?
Yeah.
If it's summertime and you're not using it, because it's so deep, you know, you have your towels on one
Even
area.
things like kitchen stuff that you probably think, I don't want it when I'm cooking every time, but I might use it later.
Underneath here is massive as well.
You know.
I actually think those two storage compartments are about as
Big.
much storage as you get in most trailers.
Yeah.
And the fact that you have underneath this
So
entire
pretty,
cabinet
too.
and this one, it just gives you so much storage. I think the biggest concern you might have is actually putting too much stuff and just bringing unnecessary
Too much,
amount and the overweighting.
That's what I
Like,
do sometimes.
yeah,
I put
weighing down the
unnecessary
trailer.
stuff.
Yeah, but it's really nice that you can do that. Some trailers, you can't even bring the essentials because there
but
is
if
no
you-
storage.
But I was just thinking, like a couple full timing, I would highly recommend this one.
Yeah.
Honestly,
For sure.
you know. So yeah, lots of space, lots of comfort. You know, you have your privacy too. Closing this door, I would highly recommend it.
Or even a family of 6. Like we said, we had 6 people. No, not really.
No.
But there's a lot of space. So we should head into more comfort, which is the thing that I think is the most important thing about a camper,
Yeah,
which is
the bedroom.
the bedroom. Yep, the bed. This is the king size bed.
Welcome.
This is where the magic happens.
No.
Sleep. Sleep is magical, okay?
Campgrounds.
There are a lot of studies on how important sleep is. I got my little Aura ring and I've been tracking my sleep for the last 2 years, and I know that good sleep, it brings a great day. If you're having horrible days, it might be because you're not getting
In a
good sleep.
much better mood.
Yeah,
You
for
just
sure.
sleep well, yeah. And we need it. I mean, we're taking people right into like off-roading and out in nature. We're guiding them. So
Yeah, believe it or not, it's like,
we need that sleep so we can entertain.
it's so stressful, right? Because you feel like you're responsible, and a lot of people, their lives are in your hands. You know, you don't want them to crash their truck or trailer or their
Or flip
razor.
a razor.
Yeah, and so it's honestly, at the end of the day, on these adventures that we're out on, it's like oh my gosh, I need to go to sleep.
They're so fun.
Yeah, they're so fun, but you crash.
And people are so great.
Oh, everything is great. It is fun, but it is like, I'm very concerned about, I'm watching everybody,
Like
right?
your children, like, don't fall.
Yeah, don't die, right? And so there's a lot of stress. So coming to a place to sleep,
It's a treat.
I had some of the best sleep
And necessary.
on a camping trip on this bed. And part of it was honestly the size. Our last trailer we actually owned had a full-size bed. And quite frankly, I hated it. Like, oh, it was so frustrating. I couldn't sleep good at night. I felt like claustrophobic. This might seem like a little tight and uncomfortable, like I'm leaning against the window.
Not.
We'll get to the end on some of the things I don't like about the trailer. But I can tell you, like, this, like, it doesn't feel like I'm in a cave. And this window also makes it more bright and airy, and these windows to the side. So like, I feel like I have so much room in here. And the fact that I can sit up, that trailer that only had a full-size bed, you could not sit up in the back of it because this shelf was to like right here. So I would have been like crammed in this little area. A few times I woke up in the middle of the night and hit my head on the cabinet. It was so annoying. Like, I did feel like couldn't breathe that night because I felt like I was claustrophobic in a little cave.
I felt like that one time. I can't remember which RV, but it's because I was sleeping in the inside, and it was also like an east and west.
Yeah, that was an east-west bed.
And then I had to turn,
Yeah.
and I put my head by his feet.
Yeah. So
And that made it feel
yeah,
better.
sometimes that happens. So full-size beds are not fun.
Unless
East-west,
you're tiny.
yeah, unless you're tiny. I know relatively we're tiny compared to basketball players and football players, but otherwise we're not tiny little people. And maybe we're just picky when it comes to our beds, but it is what it is. And this bed was amazing. I slept so good.
A lot.
Yeah, we do.
So we do, I think we kind of have that right to be picky with the bed, because we do go camping quite a lot, you know.
This is a standard king size bed, which means you can put any type of mattress on this. I did opt to keep the stock mattress, and then I got a topper, so you can see that. I think this was a 3-inch topper, so this is the standard mattress, which I don't think is the most comfortable mattress. The first time I camped on it, I didn't sleep as well. So I put this 3-inch, and it doesn't like make the bed overly high, right?
No, it was fine. Yeah.
But it makes it super comfortable. Now tell me about your storage space.
Oh, this is so nice to have. And it's just so pretty. I love, like, I mean, if you care about the looks, you know, and the convenience of things, which is something I care. And I think more for female, you know, people will appreciate these little things and how sleek and nice, just pretty it is to put all your stuff. I had my cell phone, my headphones, my night glasses. I usually have like a stash of different chargers in here that I always take with me when traveling. So I also had that. I think I had lotion, just like little things that you like to have next to your bed. I love this design.
And
this
so
was very well thought of.
There's also 3 slots. You can kind of see it's kind of tucked
But that's
down
because
low.
we put the topper.
Yeah, you know, I would put this lots of stuff down there as well that I'm like maybe not grabbing every day. But yeah, then I had my chapstick. I had vitamins. I always have my vitamins next to my bed because I find myself always taking them when I have it next to my bed. And then books. I had books in here. And it kind of goes back here and tucks in. And I left everything on these shelves while we were off-roading with the truck and trailers because I wanted to see how well they stayed, and everything stayed. Nothing fell, right? Did you have anything fall?
I move things, you know, I pack things. I always pack the
She's pretty
RV
good about
too.
putting things down.
Yeah, so I did put everything in my stash. It's like a bag,
Yeah.
you know. I love bags anyway, so I put everything in bags. And I just pack it all in there and I put it in here. It didn't fall.
So another thing is these outlets. You have one on your side. I have one on my side. They're 120 volt, so regular standard outlets. So I plugged in my laptop once to work on it here on the bed. And then also there's USB-C and the standard USB. So you have old style and new style for devices. And so I had those plugged in, and I actually just had it kind of wrapped around and had my cell phone plugged in right here next to my bed, which was nice to have. My AirPods were right here as well. Also down below, it's hard to see, there's actually a lot of space along the sides of the bed. That side we put up shoes.
Yes, we had our sandals and shoes. We also have extra shoes in a drawer below the bed. You had a backpack. Your backpack.
Yeah, I had my backpack wedged in there.
Yeah.
Bunch of stuff, planner and computer. If it was cold, I would have been blocking the furnace because there's a heater that comes down right there, but it wasn't cold. I'll talk a little bit later about how much I ran the air conditioner because I ran it every day constantly actually, because it actually got pretty hot. Yeah, the first day we were out, when we came in, it was 90 degrees in the trailer, and I was like, whew, and I wanted to take a nap, so I cranked on that air conditioner and I pretty much ran it most of the time, on and off, right?
It's a desert, right?
Right before going to bed, I had that air conditioner cranking. We sleep about 68 degrees at our house, and so I tried to get the air conditioner down to 68 before going to bed, and completely off grid.
Sometimes I turn it up to 69.
Oh, you
Sneaky.
Okay, let's talk about this, because I was really doubting the storage above the bed at first.
Why do you doubt it?
So I really was like, this is going to be an issue. Like, there's not enough storage in this trailer.
Oh,
so
really?
They do have a queen size option, which cuts the bed off here, and they put a huge wardrobe.
I love this storage. I rather this big bed, king size bed.
I think so too. Now that we've done it, I agree. So like, when we were packing this, if you haven't seen the packing video, go check out the packing video, and you can kind of see what we did. But I packed for 7 to 10 days on every clothing item, just to see if I could do it, even though we were gone for 4 days. It's nice. I didn't run out of underwear, thank heaven. You know, had 10 days worth. But I had so much space up here. I was shocked. You could probably pack for 2 weeks. Obviously, if you're full timing in it, you're going to have different types of wardrobe, right?
Yeah.
And so you will probably utilize all this space, but I was impressed.
I think this is incredible. It's deep, you know, and there are different ways you can pack stuff. I mean, the way we packed it, and you can see that in the other video, but we just have these like packing bags where we can roll our stuff and leave it in there. Besides, you have like those other storage compartments under the bed.
Yeah.
I think that's enough. These ones are incredible.
Yeah. Let's show the under storage, and then let's go to the table area.
Okay, so I love the storage in these Pause 19.4. The way we used it for a trip was that I put Courtney's clothes in here. Courtney's our 8-year-old daughter. So all of her stuff was down below here because it's nice for her to be able to reach it herself. So this was all Courtney's. These both were Courtney's. And since she's little, it's easy for her to reach, you know, and it's very convenient out there. There's a lot of space. Honestly, these two were all her clothing, and we even had a winter jacket in here. So that was super nice. This was all shoes. You can still see some of the red sand from Moab, but yes, this was all shoes for the 3 of us. We had tennis shoes, we had some sandals, a little bit extra stuff in there, but that was great. And up here, there's a pause manuals. We actually left it, and we just put some keys, I think flashlights and other things that Shane usually uses while camping. So like wallet, I don't know, like just small things up here. But yeah, that was it. I mean, you take this off and you have a lot more extra. So that was our camping organization.
Me again. Yeah, so once again, when I came in, because she packs usually the day before, and then I come and pack my stuff at the end, and I went down to one of these drawers because I was assuming, hey, it's right under the bed. That's going to be one of my drawers. And they were completely loaded with stuff. And I was like, what the heck? Where am I going to put my stuff? She gave it all to our daughter. Anyway, the storage above the bed, once again, way more storage than I dreamed it had. Until you actually start putting your stuff in it, you don't realize how much space there is. And also these cubbies, I was able to put so much stuff. So didn't even need them. And we left the manuals in there, which if I were full-timing or doing more, I would probably end up moving out those manuals, maybe putting them in the basement storage compartment in a little container by themselves, because I don't really need them down there all the time. So there you have it. Now let's go over to the booth area.
I was just saying, off the record, this is a really sick RV, like, but it should be on the record. Like, it's really amazing. It's really, really great. It's beautiful. It's modern, you know. And we were out in the desert, like red sand, red rocks. So our shoes, I mean, you saw that drawer where we put our shoes. That sand gets everywhere, and it has coloring, right? So it didn't really show much inside. So we were careful. We're always careful, and we try to stay clean.
Yeah, I think the linoleum hides, the flooring hides the dirt pretty well. I'm always barefoot, right, at night. So if I walk on it, I feel the little grains of dirt. That drives me crazy. So I'll sweep it up. I think I sweep more than you do, huh?
I wipe it.
Yeah, I'm the sweeper in the family.
And I'm the wiper.
You're the wiper. Sure, whatever. Anyway, so this area mostly was a bed.
Yes,
The
Courtney
first
slept here.
The first couple nights, I actually think we were eating outside breakfast in the morning. And then at night, we went out to eat with the community, with the roamers. And then we also ate outside at the picnic tables.
We
did
had the
some potlucks.
potluck. Yeah.
So until the last day when it was super windy, we didn't actually make this into a table and then we had everybody come inside and hang out at the table. But this bed is quite wide.
Yeah.
You could put 2 kids on it. I know it would be a little tight and it just depends on the kid, right?
Yeah, yeah. I mean, Courtney had a lot of stuffies here. She likes
What are stuffies for the older
Squishmallows.
audience? Squishmallows. These are little
teddy bears.
They're like stuffed animals that kids are obsessed with nowadays, and one of them is not enough. They need 100. It becomes like the thing to get them.
I was gonna say Laura loves them too.
Oh my gosh.
Some adults actually like Squishmallows. They're actually comfortable. Yeah.
I'll admit they are pretty comfy, and I just know it's because when I go to put her to sleep at night in her bedroom, there's dozens around her bed, and I lay on them, and I'm like, oh, they are pretty comfortable. But anyway.
But there were quite a few with us.
It was super comfortable, and she didn't complain at all.
No, she had plenty of space. Yeah. The length is also great because Courtney is 8, but she looks like a 10-year-old.
She's a taller kid. So, this booth is just over 6 feet. So, full-size adult can sleep in this booth.
It was great for
without any issues. They've made some updates to this table. They've actually added a bracket on the wall so it doesn't really wobble. It used to just have the main poles, and some people complained about it wobbling. And with this bracket, it's like actually really solid. It doesn't hardly move at all. This TV is actually a smart TV, so you can actually hook it up to your computer and utilize it as a monitor, which is very cool. Obviously, we were out just having fun.
We didn't use it.
Yeah, we didn't actually use the TV.
We didn't need it when you come to a Roamer Adventure.
Yeah, you guys need it because you're watching the Roamer Adventures, wanting to come on them. We're actually on them. So if you want to come on them, then come and get a trailer, and you're welcome to come on our Roamer Adventures and rallies. They're a lot of fun. What do you think of the refrigerator?
Oh, space galore once again. I mean, it was just so nice. It wasn't even full.
Yeah, we're really feeding 6 people on this. Well, 7 with Jordan because he eats like 2 for 2.
Yeah, but no, there's so much room in that fridge. I had the freezer packed.
A lot of people don't realize some trailers are constructed much differently. And we used to own a Black Series, one of the very first H217s ever made in the US. Like, we owned it personally as our own trailer. We dropped Black Series.
But there's a reason we dropped it.
There's a reason why we stopped carrying Black Series.
And you can find that out for yourself by checking out the news.
Yeah, go check out the news. But do you remember that summer trip that we took with our friends from Germany, or Cleveland, I guess? So we had a loaf of bread in the cupboards, and it went moldy.
Yeah,
it went moldy within 5 days.
So it's PTSD why I put things in the freezer.
Yeah, the fridge or the freezer.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because the way the walls are constructed, because they were all metal walls. And so it just conducts through really easily. And so inside the cabinets are really hot. And then at winter time, inside the cabinets are really cold. The exterior heat or cold would just penetrate through the exterior into the cabinets, and it would turn stuff moldy. I mean, it was a brand new loaf of bread we bought, went camping, and halfway through our trip,
muffins, things.
Yeah,
I remember
turned
now.
mold,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's just because they were hot and bacon in there, whatever. It was really weird. So that is one of the things that I got to talk about is running the air conditioner in this while we were off grid, just the components in general, the heat and cold. Like, I was on one of the hottest days, the sun was hitting this side of the trailer, and when I was touching the wall, I couldn't feel heat penetrating, which is not normal. Like, I mean, a window, if you're in your car or even in your house on a hot summer day, you go and touch the glass, it's hot, it's heat's coming right through, right? A lot of trailers have that same issue. On a hot day, you go and touch the inside of the wall, and it's almost as hot as the outside of the wall because the heat just seeps through. The way Pause has constructed these walls is they have a thermal barrier that prevents the heat going straight through the walls. And I also noticed it in the cabinet. I mean, you might not notice this, but I'm opening cabinets and touching the back sides of the wall because I wanted to feel it, because I felt that on other trailers. Little nuances of things that I notice when I'm in different trailers. And I was so shocked in how little I was noticing heat transfer into this trailer. Same thing with the windows. I was like touching that window because the sun was blaring right on this side of the wall. Now the door, there's definitely more heat transfer through that door, but through the walls and the windows, it was like not at all. It was really cool. Now, it did get really, really hot. And like I said, one of the days as it was sitting here all day long, 90 degrees, it did get up to 90 degrees inside at some point, which is any trailer. So we cranked on the air conditioner the first day. And I was like kind of worried because I didn't put out the briefcase panels. So I was just using the 800 watts on the roof. Now I did wipe off the panels before coming on the trip, so they were cleaned off at home. And I think the first day we were at 100%, and I took it all the way down to about 50% running the air conditioner from the afternoon all the way until going to bed. So I was a little bit worried. That night, I turned off the air conditioner because it was like comfortable. It was like 60s,
Yeah, it was
high 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, so at night it cools
Cool.
down in the desert, right? So it's not like you have to run it all night. So I cooled it down, but I left the Starlink on, which Starlinks, believe it or not, take a lot of power, like 8 to 9 amps of power per hour. So I left that on all night. The fridge was on all night. I also had that little fridge outside. I also have another additional fridge that I put in my truck. It's a big Snowmaster.
Yeah.
I think it's a 40 or 50, maybe 60 liter. It's a pretty good size one. And I had that plugged in on the exterior. So I had 3 refrigerators, Starlink running all night. And when I woke up in the morning, I think the battery's at like 48%. So it was like 50 something before going to bed. So it dropped a little bit. I do have the max solar and battery bank on this unit. So this one has the 1080 amps of lithium. The battery, if you go with the full max package, it's phenomenal. Like, you're not gonna have issues and being very comfortable while out camping. The thing is, a lot of people are like, how long can you run the air conditioner? Well, you're not running it 24/7 because hopefully you're out exploring, doing fun stuff, and you turn it off while you're out, or at least you could set it to auto. And maybe if you didn't want it to come back and it'd be 90 degrees, you could set it to 77, and then you can drop it down, chill it right before going to bed to sleep in a cool spot. So does that make sense?
Yeah, I was just thinking, so I don't have to put the bread in the fridge.
No. No. There you go.
Thank you, Pause.
Yeah, thank you, Pause. We love the Pause. It's
Yeah.
just built way better for many reasons. And it's not that everything is perfect. Did we have any issues or any hiccups on anything?
Not that I'm aware of or remember.
Yeah. Was there anything that broke while we were out camping? I usually say if something doesn't break, it's not a successful trip. But I'm surprised. We didn't actually have any issues, did we? I think we did actually. I did have an issue with the water pump. It was just a connection came unloose, and I tightened it up. And I actually reached out to my tech support guy, and he actually helped me. So there you go. There's a plug. Here at ROA, if you buy a trailer from us, we have a tech support line. It's only for owners, right? And I actually reached out to him, and he charged me. It's free for people that buy the trailers. I guess I didn't buy the trailer. So he was like, my Venmo account is this. And I was like, okay, sounds good. I Venmo'd him something just as a nice thank you. But no, for the roamers, the people that buy trailers from us, that's a free, I mean, it's not free. It's cost us a lot of money. He's literally full-time. That's all he does is helps people. But it was funny is because I didn't know what to do. And I was like, oh, shoot. And I called him and he's like, I think, let's check the pump. And there was a loose connection. So I tightened it up and we're good. So it was nothing that like ruined our trip. And that's usually what you hope for. Let's get into what we didn't like. I don't want it all about positive. Let's talk about what we don't like about the trailer. Let's get to that right now. Okay.
Okay. So if there's a thing that I didn't like about this trailer was that we had to turn this beautiful table into a bed every night. So that's just situational because we're 3 always traveling. So I normally prefer a trailer that already has a bunk bed or at least an extra bed that is already there, permanent. And then we also have our table, but that's just what I like, just my preference. So that was the thing that I didn't like, that we had to take these down, make it into a bed. And then when we wanted to use the table again for that really windy breakfast morning, we had to put it up. So you have to take the sheets off and put everything away, and it's just a nuisance, but that's just something that I would rather not do. So we do have a unit, a 19.6, that has a bed, an extra bunk bed, and a permanent table there. So you lose space in the bathroom. So it just depends on what you prefer. I tend to lean more towards a model like that just because that's our need. And I'm okay with a smaller bathroom, but I like to have the extra sleeping arrangements and the table. But I know that some people would rather have just a model like this. So it just depends on what you like.
So this is what I don't like about the trailer. And I'm actually going to give you a bonus thing that I don't like. Sorry, Maynard. If Maynard is watching this, he's going to be mad at me. But it's just the truth. And no trailer is perfect. There is no perfect trailer. And what's perfect for me, if I were to make it the perfect trailer for me, there would be a lot of people that hate it because it wouldn't be perfect for them. Now, I'm conflicted about this window. I don't know if I love it. I don't hate it. This is what I don't like about the trailer. So I'm not going to go as far as hating it. I just am conflicted by it. I love that it makes it airy and bright, but this curtain works relatively good. It's like a screen, which you don't need because this window doesn't open. So it only needs a blackout, which is kind of silly. But just the slanted part of this area is not very comfortable. So when I was working a few times, I did just like put like a pillow right here and here. And I found myself kind of leaning this way and had my computer. You know, I usually just throw a pillow on my lap and throw the computer on it right here, and I'm working like this direction. Now, because this bed is a king size, it's amazing. She could still sit there, Cyntia could sit there. It didn't feel like we were without space. I could just fold my legs and work right here, and I would lean against this area because I'm not at an angle. Of course, we stack up some pillows here and also lean back here. So, you know, we kind of just use the pillows that came with the trailer. I think I would probably like to find one of those pillows that you can stick in there and lean against it. And like, once again, I'm super conflicted because how do you utilize this space? Because there's a slant on the trailer, right? You don't want to necessarily make it straight and then move the whole trailer in this way because then you lose a lot of floor space. So I hate to say I don't like it because I don't know what the solution is to make it better per se, but I would almost just delete the window and just put maybe some, you know, nice leather back stitching like a headboard. It would be easier to stack some pillows and make it a back area opposed to this window kind of being awkward in my back a little bit. That is probably one of the things that I like the least amount about this trailer. There's one other thing too, so let's get to that. Okay, here's your bonus dislike. So this is the other thing. I don't like this vent. I don't know, I just feel like it's too bright on the roof. And when you close this up, I don't think it blocks out the light enough. You can even see that in the video. So I don't know, I maybe delete this entire dome?
No. Sorry. I actually like the light. I mean, yes, it's all comfortable and we have lights and everything, but there's just something about having natural light. I think if we put just like a very good blackout screen, it'd be okay. I like the light. Or like some window.
It actually does create a lot of natural light. And I'm literally talking about the two things I don't like is deleting the front window and deleting the dome.
And it will be dark in here.
Maybe it will be a dark cave. See, I just like to sleep in pitch black darkness. And maybe that's why I feel this way.
Which is good.
Yeah. We recently did blackout curtains in our room.
Yeah, and you sleep much better.
It's amazing, right? So if we could have a better screen or curtain, yes, I would give this a pass, but
I like that window.
see, and this is what's hard is you can't make a perfect trailer because I would delete this and she wouldn't delete this, right? At the end of the day, it's not anything horrible. It's just sometimes this is a matter of preference, right?
Exactly. I'm okay with getting rid of the window in the front, but this one I think is a keeper.
Okay.
That's just my preference.
Well, any other final thoughts about this trailer? What do you think?
I give it a 10 out of 10.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if the biggest complaint you have is making the booth into a bed, my biggest complaint is some windows, which might actually be the thing that people like about it.
I love natural light, so that didn't bother me at all.
Yeah. Now, you said that you prefer the bunk beds. I personally would prefer this trailer because the bathroom is so nice. I love that bathroom. I love that we could just set our stuff out, set it, leave it. So if you don't mind, I'll make the bed into a table every single morning if we can get this trailer.
That's okay with me. He does it anyway.
Is that okay?
But I have to be like,
Yeah. Well, maybe we can teach Courtney how to do it at some point. Make it part of her chores.
Maybe.
Morning chores, right? There we go. Take the bed, right? So
compromising.
yeah, so if the parents are like, that's the biggest issue, just make it the kid's job to get out of bed. You know, I think there's a really famous speech about making your bed every day. So love this trailer.
I loved it too.
I actually was so happy with it.
Yeah.
Like incredible night's sleep on that king size bed.
It's very comfortable. You don't lack anything of the basic things that you need while camping, right? Because that's a relative question. Like, what do you really need at camping? Here you have everything you need. So what else do you need?
Yeah, if you're talking about comfort equals a 40-foot motorhome or fifth wheel, yeah, those trailers are going to be very comfortable, right? We've had large motorhomes over the years. It's like a house on wheels.
Yeah.
But then you can't go anywhere. Like,
you just have to stay in a campground on the road, which you can still do that with these, right?
yeah.
But then you're missing out.
So we have been in $1 million motor coaches traveling across the entire country. Like, your experience in those versus something like this.
The comfort, you don't miss anything if you have a big bed. That's what I think.
So like this one you feel is just as
It's
comfortable
just fine.
as some of those?
Yeah, this one is just fine.
Like the bathroom on this is actually just as big as some of those $1 million motor coaches, right?
Yes, it is. It is just as
Maybe
big.
the shower is a little bit smaller, a little bit tighter.
My biggest thing, and this is just my opinion, is that in a huge RV, you're staying inside.
Yeah.
You know, it just makes you want to stay inside. Why would you go outside? I don't know. It's just like you really feel forced to be outside. Here, you have to come out, hang out, enjoy nature. That's the whole purpose. That's my biggest thing.
And that's the main reason why we transitioned away from selling high-end motorhomes to these, because I found myself like, yeah, those things are beautiful, but ultimately I didn't find myself going out and camping in places like this because I couldn't, because they're too big. You know, you find yourself going to KOAs or, you know, parking out in the middle of the desert because you have to have a huge space. Half of the times we camped, they were either in campgrounds or at gas stations, right?
Yeah.
Or Walmart parking lots,
too.
because that was the only place we could find that we could fit. This, we can pretty much go anywhere.
And driving too. I feel more okay driving these guys.
Yeah.
But I would never want to drive a motorhome.
Yeah,
so.
they're so big. No, so the flexibility that this gives you without really compromising on comfort, like the booth, the kitchen, the bed, the bathroom, it's incredible. Like, I'm having that $1 million motor coach experience, except for I can do something that it could never dream of, which is go pretty much anywhere I want to go.
That's true. You don't compromise your comfort. Yes, you have everything you need and you're still comfortable and it's still beautiful. I do think it's beautiful and modern. And the space, I mean, it's just like the difference of space, but you don't compromise that comfort factor.
Yeah. This was not a full tour, nor was it intended to be a full tour. Last week we did do the packing video, so if you want to go see how we packed this trailer on this trip that we've been talking about, this is kind of our take, our review, our experience that we had in the trailer. If you want to see a full tour, that will be coming soon, so just stay tuned for that. You can go down below and click the link to subscribe to our newsletter or our email list, and we'll send you exclusive content on this. And when that new tour comes out, we do have a tour which we'll also link it down, but it's the very first model of this, so it's almost 2 years old. This is definitely new and there's been a lot of improvements on it. So stay tuned for that full tour, and thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.
Yes, have a wonderful day. Look at this view. This is why you go camping. I forgot to mention that if you actually want to see one of these trailers, we do have these in stock. Not actually a ton in stock, but we do have them so you can come see them. We have show models. Most of these units you have to custom order from us. But you can come to one of our stores. We call them experience centers. We have one in Utah, Colorado Springs, Mesa, Arizona, and just outside of Greenville, South Carolina. So we do have these all over the country for you to come and walk through and check them out with your own eyes. Sometimes you can't really see everything in a video. We try really hard, but come check them out. Go to our website down below as well. It's rvsofamerica.com or roaoffroad.com. And we are definitely the leading exclusive off-road dealer in all of America. So if you want to come see the best of the best off-road trailers that you can see in America, come to one of our stores. We have pretty much all of them. So thanks for watching and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.